Hey guys, Gavin here, the Transformation Guru. I'm gonna have a beer tonight. I know, a bit cliche. So I've probably spoken to about 30, 40 friends who've got self-employed businesses from not just around the UK, but around the world. My friend Alex is currently in Dubai. I believe it's the world's biggest fitness resort, and I believe they've got closures. In fact, I believe that they're entirely closed. I also spoke to Ben Affleck's trainer for Batman over in LA, Rehan, and he said that their gyms are closed down. I've got friends across Europe, and all their gyms are closed down. It's a matter of time before the big commercial gyms in the UK close down as well. Now, you can call me pessimistic, you can call me negative, whatever, but I've been studying this for the last few months now. That's why I've not been in the town centre for over a month. It's why I've kept my head down. And if you look at my posts back as far as mid to late Feb, you'll start seeing me talk more and more about this, saying that people really should take care of their immune systems, etc. But we're not. The concerning factors, which I'm only going to talk on to tonight, I'm just going to try and be detailed as much as possible to help other small business owners, is the panic mindset. So I went through the 2008 crash. It was painful. I lost half my clients within about 6 months. I was doing one-to-one, mostly mobile training, a lot of affluent clients, and I didn't lose them because of financial purposes. I lost them because they had to salvage and save their businesses. Some of these people had like pharmaceutical companies, there were bankers, big corporations. I was training the CEOs of like some of the biggest companies in the country. And I trained the CEO of Poundland before that went mad. I was training one of the top guys at Jewson's PLC, CEO of Petro-Canada Europe, and some serious key players in different industries. So I cottoned on that I would be better off as a personal trainer to have multiple routes to income. So I went back more into doing my DJing. I had a house at the time which I've rented out multiple rooms, and I suddenly started selling odd bits online, and I got through. I pulled out stronger actually at the end of it. At the start it was horrible, it was horrific, having a mortgage to pay and all the bills, but I kept down a part-time gym instructing job. I was doing personal training, I was doing a multitude of different things, and then I got into setting up my own brand when the 2012 Olympics came. So I came out the other end stronger. But I was young, I was naive, I didn't know what to expect, and it blindsided me. So I'm just going to give some simple tips for personal trainers out there and the small independent gym owners. If I'm honest, I know it's going to sound harsh, I don't really care for the big corporation gyms right now, because you guys have made a lot of money over the years. It's a small independents, and it's the independent trainers especially that I care more about. So one thought and consideration is obviously look at online training. That's a no-brainer. I've been doing that for years. I've been doing plans for people who can't see me. I get a lot of referrals that way. That's a great way to generate extra revenues. People are going to want to train at home if they're isolated as well. Perhaps offering a care package, a monthly care package, where you just do simple Skypes with people to keep them motivated. So as an example, you could charge people, if people are on a tight budget, just even like £50 a month, where you'll just do a half an hour phone up, or if it's £100 a month, just do like a weekly Skype just to keep that person mentally sane if they're having to like self quarantine. It's unfortunate that a lot of people, especially in the UK today, don't take this seriously. By the way, if you think it's if you think it's like fake news, then please don't listen to what I'm having to say, because I've been taking my advice from a lot of leading professionals, a lot of doctors, scientists, neurosurgeon I train as an example, some top leading people, and I follow a lot of friends who are leading in the fitness industry as well, and listen to what they have to say. But like I say, with a lot of trainers, you should go back to basics. One thing which I'm majorly concerned of is the mental health of people, not just in the UK but globally. So we've got a huge isolation problem. People are more lonely than ever. People are living by themselves. We've got more single parents than ever before in human history. We've got more detachment issues. People are more engaged with their phones, mobile devices, and technology more than human interaction on a face-to-face. I've recognised this over the years. I talk about it all the time. I've put it in my book. Been on the BBC about 6-7 times now. I was on ITV last year. I've talked about it constantly. The issue with loneliness today is a big issue, and that's why I like doing what I do, doing my DJing, doing my personal training, because I speak to different people. I'm constantly networking. I've got lots of friends, and I'm very close to my family, and it's a good balance. But I also know that having had conversations with people, as an example, working out websites and IT, sometimes I'm the only person they speak to in like 3-4 days, and I just can't relate to that because I might speak to 3 or 4 people some hours. So as a trainer, think of it from a social perspective, but also see it as a social responsibility perspective as well. So maybe offer clients a different type of care package, that at home personal connection. You might be the only person that person has spoken to that day, or you might be the only visual contact with someone through FaceTime or WhatsApp or Skype, whatever. I know that's going to be definitely needed in the fitness industry. So if you're a personal trainer, if you're concerned about building your PT business, I'd consider looking at Skypes and offering that personal edge experience for people who can't go to the gym now or will not be in the next few weeks. I can see the government's trying to phase this out by trying to encourage people not to now go to social gatherings, theatres, pubs, restaurants, etc. It's just been announced by Boris Johnson today. I can also see that he's sort of given people the option not to go. So those who are scared and frightened are obviously going to stay at home. Those who are like, well, it's not going to affect me, it's just something which happens in China, it's just a cold, well, they're going to still do what they want to do. Until the government forces otherwise and states, right, that's it, they're shut with immediate effect. You're going to get a lot of people out there who are going to be scared of the moment. So talking about immunity is really important. I've been told this by your immune system. I've been told this constantly by doctors. So looking at foods to help bolster your immune system up. Also identifying with general health as much as hygiene and basics and cardio. I've got a number of people who've contacted me who've told me that they've got concerns that they might have contracted it, and these are people all over the country, and they've told me that they're going to be isolating. So what do I suggest? And I just said, try and do something. Try and do some sort of physical movement. Don't go overkill, but try and keep active. Especially look after your health and your nutrition. So I see this time as a personal trainer as a moment of social responsibility. I'm not a medical practitioner by any means. I'm just relaying on the message given to me by the top doctors in the country. I've got a few clients who have worked on SARS previously. Like I say, I've got clients who are doctors, surgeons, scientists. I've met so many different people. I'm very privileged over the years to have learnt from them, and I've got a lot of friends who are just so overly qualified in the health and fitness industry that I have to listen to what they have to say, because I'd be an idiot not to. But yeah, I do have my biggest concern, if I'm honest, this is the point I'm going to get onto, I know I've been ranting on a bit, is because we've got excessive loneliness and now we've got an MP who focuses on loneliness in the UK today because we're so absorbed by technology and our phones. If people are then forced into quarantine or self-isolation, and the only relationship they have is with the media through mobiles and TV and tablet devices, and people start seeing fatalities, loads of deaths, it's gonna send their mind so in a nutshell, I estimate that suicide's going to go up this year. I predicted it, unfortunately, at the start of last year because of Brexit. I actually said that on BBC 5 Live as well, openly, to our local MP. I interviewed Rachel McLean and I was open about the fact that I felt that the economic strains with Brexit's going to have a disaster on people's mindsets. Well, we've just had Brexit. Now we've been thrown a global pandemic virus, which they've now stated to be as bad as potentially the Spanish flu 100 years ago. Well, it's going to kill people and it's going to kill businesses. So it's literally, a lot of people are going to think it's survival of the fittest. It's going to be dog eat dog. I've already seen some of the horrific images in the supermarkets, and if you think people fighting over toilet roll and fighting over a few essentials is bad now, you wait till we've got more deaths and strain in the UK. So I think for anyone actively working in the fitness industry today, I think we need to take again some responsibility of helping others, talk openly about mindset, nutrition, lifestyle, how to bolster up your immune system, how to stay positive and focused, and yeah, just to share the light is the end of the tunnel. Now, if you're watching this and you're underneath the age of 30 and you're healthy and you're fit with no underlying health issues, please be conscious of those who are not. It's really important, and I'll come on to that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please tag someone in on this.